Russia and Ukraine are targeting each other's capitals with drones and missiles. While the war between Russia and Ukraine continues, the Russian army conducted an airstrike on the capital Kyiv last night. In the early morning hours, an attack was carried out on Moscow, the capital of Russia. With the war between Russia and Ukraine ongoing for over a year, Russian forces launched a series of airstrikes on Ukraine's capital last night. During the airstrike on Kyiv, an apartment building suffered significant damage, and preliminary reports indicate that one person was killed. It was announced that 4 people were also injured in the Russian attack. Ukrainian officials stated that their air defense systems intercepted the attacks, and reported that more than 20 unmanned aerial vehicles were destroyed. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko posted a message on Telegram urging people not to leave their shelters. Serhiy Popko, in charge of Kyiv's military administration, said, "The attack was very intense and came in different waves from different directions." Russia had previously launched a series of attacks on Ukraine's capital Kyiv using drones and missiles, mostly during nighttime. The attacks that took place last night were recorded as Russia's 17th attack this month. Drone attack on Moscow. Meanwhile, in the morning hours, Moscow, the capital of Russia, was targeted by an airstrike. In a statement, it was reported that many unmanned aerial vehicles struck buildings in Moscow, causing minor damage. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said, "All emergency teams are at the scene." No one was seriously injured in the incident. Russian media reported that residents of a building on Profsoyuznaya Avenue in Moscow were evacuated. The Russian Ministry of Defense reported that Ukraine conducted a terrorist attack on Moscow using unmanned aerial vehicles. In the statement regarding the UAV attacks on Moscow, the ministry used the phrase, "This morning, the Kyiv regime launched a terrorist attack on objects in Moscow using UAVs." The statement indicated that 8 aircraft-type UAVs participated in the attack, and all UAVs were destroyed. It was stated that 3 UAVs were diverted from their targets and lost control due to electronic warfare equipment. And the statement also mentioned that 5 UAVs were hit with the Pantsir-S air defense missile system in the Moscow region. Mikhail Podolyak, advisor to the Ukrainian presidential office, stated that Ukraine had no involvement in the attack on Moscow.